One of the best things I ever did was finally admit that I'm lactose intolerant. Hi, it's Cal. Welcome back to 30 Taught Me. I think what really broke the bank for me in terms of being lactose intolerant was a couple years ago, and I had this odd craving for lemon custard. And I've always loved lemon custard. It's one of my favorites. Ice creams. And so I went to the store, got some lemon custard. It was great. I ate it. I enjoyed it and everything. And I went to bed, and all of a sudden, around 2 a.m., my stomach began to attack me. And I felt as though someone had taken a knife and was like stabbing me from the inside. And my stomach began to assault my body and punch me. And I said, please stop. And I went to the bathroom and I said, Lord, please help me to release these demons. And nothing happened. It was just gas. And I couldn't go back to sleep. And this went on for hours. Mind you, I have to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning for work. So I didn't really get enough sleep. And that was the last straw for me because I really don't like anything that disturbs and disrupts my sleep. So that was the last straw. Like I had had irritations before in terms of eating milk-based products, but when I couldn't get any sleep because of the attack my stomach had on myself, that's when I said, okay, it's time to throw in the towel. It's time to stop pretending. I said, hands in the air, I give up. I am lactose intolerant. And since then, I went to the store. All I had to do was get these little pills, and every time I want to eat ice cream, I take a bite of the ice cream, and I take my 2 little lactate pills, and life is great. And I can go to sleep at nighttime with no problems. And so, just in terms of getting older, I think I've become more aware of my body and more aware of myself and kind of aware of like different things that will happen to me and know that like I can't eat certain things the way that I used to. I used to double up on food all the time. Like when I was in college, I used to get 2 of everything in the cafeteria. I can't do that anymore. Spicy food. The other day I had an episode. We'll just call it an episode. I had too much spicy food. I called my fridge now. I'm laying in the bed like, I can't take it. So I've learned my lesson just to, just chill with the amount of spiciness that I eat at one time. Chill out with milk-based products without taking my lactate first. So I began thinking, like, how often is that our position in life? How often do we act like we don't have symptoms of some sort of problem or issue in our own life, and the solution could be something really simple? Like for me, my issue obviously was, I have an irritation to milk-based products, and I just kept denying that something was wrong. But meanwhile, like, my stomach was letting me know there was a problem. And all I had to do was finally just admit, okay, I'm lactose intolerant. I need some help. Let me go on and get some help with these pills. And how many times in life do we actually have real problems and we're hiding them from ourselves or we're hiding them from other people, and all we have to do is just say something and get the help that we need in order to change? And sometimes I know for myself, like being lactose intolerant, that's something I've dealt with for most of my adult life. I was fine as a kid, but most of my adult life, I've had problems with milk or whatever. And so, but I let it continue on and on and on for years because I didn't want to deal with it and I didn't want to admit that something was wrong. And how often do we do that just with everyday things? Like just sweeping different issues under the rug about ourselves and just pretending like it doesn't exist, or we don't have that problem, or such and such doesn't happen, because, to finally admit it would mean something is wrong. But I think, we got to take care of ourselves, and we got to take care of our bodies and our minds. We have to be stewards of ourselves. And sometimes that means admitting that you have a problem. Sometimes that means admitting that you've been wrong in something, or you've done wrong to someone else, or someone is maybe even mistreating you, and to stop sweeping that under the rug. And like I always say, isolation is the biggest trick of the enemy. And I think there's just so many times where we try and just pretend like nothing's going on because it hurts too much to admit, it hurts too much to expose ourselves. But just know that once you finally do admit that there's a problem, that help can be sought. There's usually solutions to every problem. There's nothing new under the sun. So I just wanted to encourage everyone that if there is something that you're dealing with, whether it's small or big, admittance is really the first step. And don't be afraid to change, and don't be afraid to get help. Thanks so much for tuning in to 30 Taught Me this week. It was kind of short and sweet because I have real problems. I'm in grad school now. I have 30-page papers that are due. I have papers due every week. Not 30-page papers, but I have papers due every week. So anyhow, I have to keep these short now. So thanks for watching so much. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.